Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Philadelphia taking on Miami.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Martin is out there with McKee. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Tony Kukoc. And it's Lopez in the center, locking down the middle.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And Miami has possession. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Jackson misses.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And stolen by Afflalo. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. Jackson has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Jackson's got 5 now.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Irving can't hit.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson. Martin kicks to Kukoc. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
McKee, the pass to Griffin. From the wing. The offensive rebound. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Now McKee following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. McKee dishes to Kukoc. Griffin goes in. Uses both hands to slam it down.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Irving kicks to Jackson. The kick out to Afflalo. No good. Kukoc with the defensive effort. Here's Lopez. Here's Griffin. A beautiful reverse layup. Griffin's got 6.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Barea. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Aaron Afflalo. Muhammad, he's checked in for Parker. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Irving. Jarrett Jack is checked in for Jackson. Here's Grant. It's Anderson with the drive. And Antic gets it to go.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And so here is Miami, trailing by 2. Offensive rebound. Pass to Galloway. Stolen by Grant. And now Philadelphia on the break. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Powell, he's jacked in for Grant. Now off the inbound. And too long on the shot. Miami trails by 6. Out left to the wing. Here's Galloway. Good on the three-point shot. Galloway's got his first 3 points of the game.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And he gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Leonard attacking. Stolen away. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Martin. Brook Lopez is out there with Griffin. Then it's McKee, and it's Powell in the 2 spot. Parker kicks to Chalmers. Off target from three-point range.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Grant, he's checked in for Philadelphia. There's the dish to Martin. Offensive rebound. Lopez.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
That doesn't go either for Martin.
You're not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jackson, he's checked in for Miami. Here's Lopez. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Jackson kicks to Irving. Goes up from the top of the key. Here's the 3. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Philadelphia leading by 7. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And here's Miami. Miami no good on that time either.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Here's McKee. Goes up again. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. And he can't hit the second. Miami trails by 7. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A different look for Miami. Chandler comes in for J.J. Barea. And it's Leonard in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Philadelphia, Anderson comes in for Kevin Martin. And it's Grant in for McKee.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Holmes passes to Anderson. To the wing on the left. Grant gets a wide open look. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
A different look for Miami. J.J. Barea is checked in for Chandler. Aflalo comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Irving subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Doncic is checked in.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And both free throws good for Anderson.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Grant. Banked in off the glass. Grant's got his first points of the game.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
To the middle. And it's Irving with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Now here's Kukoc. This is Doncic. And stolen by Aflalo. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's Parker with the 3. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Kukoc can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
With 1 on the clock, Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That's good from Kukoc. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. It's picked off. And we've reached halftime in this one. Philadelphia ahead. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
It's been a good one for Jackson. 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Aflalo is out there with J.J. Barea. And there's Jackson. Then there's Parker. And it's Irving in a point. That's Randy Whitman's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Kukoc. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Jackson. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And it's sent back by Lopez.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Griffin's shot is off. Miami trails by 15. Parker with a clean look. Barea kicks to Parker. From past the arc. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. And it's 6 points for Tony Parker.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Grant's checked in. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Miami now. 15-point game. Here's Jackson. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. And finished off by Martin.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Now here's Griffin. 17-point lead, their biggest. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Martin wide open. He fires. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Out to Parker. Aflalo left side. Here's Jackson. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got 18 points in the game.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Karol-Antic, she's checked in for Philadelphia. Anderson comes in for Jeremy Grant. Here's Martin. Off the left rim and out.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence. And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Feeds it to Leonard. Puts one up from 19. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Miami making a change here. Max checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Martin. And it's Grant in for McKee. Philadelphia leading by 16. Griffin kicks to Powell. Launches it. Miami grabs the miss. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. That's good. Galloway's got 6.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Outside Leonard. From outside the arc. Here's Chandler. Off the mark. And it. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Grant with the ball. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Grant is out there with Powell. Then it's Tony Kukoc. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Davies in at the 4 slot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Philadelphia.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
And Miami making a change here. Parker's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. McKee's checked in for Grant.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Barea dishes to Irving. Over to the left wing. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 8th assist in the game. Here's McKee. Drills the baseline jumper. And Philadelphia leads by 9.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, you know, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We got to wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
The pass to Martin. Wallace kicks to Lopez. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch. Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see, Clark, that he has garnered the attention of the defense here. They are not going to allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Jackson with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Kicks it to McKee. There's the three. Miami trails by 11. Griffin's check in for Wallace. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. That's a two from Parker. Jackson passes to Parker. Back to Jackson. From deep. Miami no good on that time either. Fast break. Here we go. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Jackson kicks to Irving. Outside Jackson. From the arc. Again, the miss by Jackson.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Leonard, he's checked in for Parker. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Irving drives in. Tries to snap the cold streak. Kukoc with the rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Philadelphia.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Griffin. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds. Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Leonard. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
Kukoc with it. Guarded now by Irving.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. Leonard with no one around. Misses there.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home
Let's take them back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. We've got Boston and Philadelphia.
Boys, nice and hot.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. Lillard outside. 8 feet away. And they're able to recover. Clock at 6. He kicks to Patterson. Launches it. Kept alive by Boston. And stolen by Jordan. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Patrick Patterson is out there with Jordan. And there's Roberson. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Lillard in at the 1. Here's Roberson. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. Patterson. Boston. No good that time either. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Here's Roberson. Following the score by Kevin Martin. Jordan kicks to Middleton. And a miss there on the triple.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Roberson. Lillard outside. Martin with the block. And they'll keep possession. Middleton inside the three-point line. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Now, here's Lillard. He kicks to Jordan. Middleton on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Middleton's got 5. Here's Wilkes. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Up top, Griffin. That's a 2 from Martin. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And Philadelphia making a change here. McKee's checked in.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Nobody near Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Back to McKee. Releases. No good. And it's Boston the other way. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Right wing. The rebound by Middleton.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
got that one up quick. Patterson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. So Boston ends up going with the new group. .104 left in the first. McKee dishes to Bogut. Back to McKee. Here's Gibson. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage. And
that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Sacre's shot is off.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
McKee, no luck.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Bazemore passes to Vasquez. Shoots from 14. Misses off the left eye. And it's Miller penetrating. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Philadelphia shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Free throw drops for Barbosa. And so he makes both from the line. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Vasquez. Boston, no good that time either. It could go, and it goes at the buzzer.
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation, no fear.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Philadelphia leads by only 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
They've got Roy Hibbert. Taj Gibson is out there with Quincy Miller. Then it's Mills. And it's Barbosa in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And here comes the break. Bazemore misses.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Boston.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Barbosa kicks to Hibbert. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Doubled by Roten. Back to Miller. He dishes it to Gibson. It's deflected. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Roten. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And it comes off the front of the rim. Philadelphia trails by 4. Here's Mills. The shot will not go. Great D that time for Middleton. And here they go.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Griffin with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Here's Boston now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Lillard from outside finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And Philadelphia calls time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. McKee comes in for Patty Mills. And there's the pass to Roberson. Launches it, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Boston leading by 9. In the corner, Middleton with it. Down low. Jordan kicks to Roberson. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. There's a minute left in the first half. Martin with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Here's Griffin. Shot's good. Griffin's got 6.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for them.
Lillard attacking. Patterson, that's good.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
Martin for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw, no good. And Philadelphia making a change here. And he sinks the second. 15 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lillard outside. To the paint. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
McKee for the triple. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Boston on top, up 10. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Philadelphia trails by 10. On the floor for Boston. Damian Lillard out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Patterson in a power forward. And now, the first time... called here for Boston.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now. Looking at some different sets because of the match.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Boston leading by 10. Lillard attacking. A beautiful reverse layup. Lillard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Boston.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
All sorts of time. Here's Embiid. It's deflected.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
There's the double team with Martin. Jordan kicks to Middleton. Pulls up from the corner. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. To the middle. It's tipped. Inside. Puts up the baby hook. Tries again. Here's Jordan. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Middleton. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Middleton's got the lead up to 14 now for Boston.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Mills dishes to Griffin. And Roberson pulls it down. Roberson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Lillard attacking. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Griffin. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
John Patterson kicks to Middleton. Five to shoot. Out to the wing. To the middle. Stolen by Martin. Inside. Here's Griffin. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
The drive by Jordan. Dishes to Roberson. That's tipped. And now Philadelphia on the break. Mills has got the ball. There's the feed to Roberson. A 3-ball. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And Patterson kicks to Lillard. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Lillard. And it's 9 points for Chris Middleton. Martin. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
51 seconds left in the third. And Roberson kicks to Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. Boston, no good that time either.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Griffin's shot is off. Boston leading by 15. Here's Roberson, covered by Barbosa. Roberson can't hit.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And it's Middleton penetrating. Unloads. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Boston leads by 13. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. We've got Joel Embiid. McKee out there with Powell. Then it's Bogut. And it's Wallace in the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And now Philadelphia on the break. And finished off by Bogut.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it and then Excellent execution. Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Pass to Roten. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to go. Philadelphia trails by 12. McKee with it. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Bazemore passes to Vernado. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid got 6 rebounds in the game. Wallace misses.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Baseline jumper. Good.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
Vasquez to Bazemore. He feeds it to Vasquez. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's Martin penetrating from downtown. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Mills, he's checked in for Philadelphia. On defense, Boston. At one point, they led by 16. And finished off by Martin.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that jump.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And Mills gets to Embiid. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
And now Philadelphia on the play. Martin with the ball.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took him as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Griffin's checked in for Embiid. Here's the floater. And there's Roten, and that's good on the assist by Vasquez.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Three-pointer. The shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
To the left wing. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. .119 left
in the fourth. And Bazemore kicks to Roten. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Philadelphia trails by 8. Mills, that's a two-pointer. He dreams the quick shot.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Lillard attacking the 8-footer. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals. Some good play from Griffin in this one. 12 point, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them. Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Now, here's Lillard, covered by Mills. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard dishes to Robertson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Martin. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Boston now. At one point, they led by 16. Kicks it to Robertson. The dish to Lillard. Middleton for 3. Offline. So we see Boston get the win here.
alarms go off when I enter the building.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Philadelphia and Austin.
Boys, nice night.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Mills. Embiid is out there with Griffin. Then there's Martin. There's the pick. Stolen by George. Here's Wall. And a strong finish with two hands.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Mills passes to Martin. Griffin. No good with the triple. Here's Wall. Mills with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the second free throw, good. Austin with the ball. And Wall. Here we go now. And Middleton kicks to Wall. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Kicks to Mills. Fareed against Griffin. Fires from the wing. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And George with the stuff.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Shot from the inbound. And there's another one for Austin.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Martin dishes to Embiid. And it's Austin with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's George. And there's another one for Austin.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for. Oh, and look at how well he...
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Fareed the pass to Mutombo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Philadelphia moving the ball around. There's the dish to Griffin. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Griffin's got 5 now.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And Wall kicks to Middleton. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 6 points for Chris Middleton.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Austin.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. So Austin ends up going with the new group. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Taj Gibson's checked in for Blake Griffin. And McKee kicks to Barbosa. Screen by Bogut. It's taken away by Smith. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. Smith again. It's Barbosa.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here. Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room. They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
He feeds it to Bogut. The shot no good. Now Austin takes it the other way to the paint. Here's Green. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Out to Smith. Knocked away. Back to Gobert. Pass to Williams. Clock at 6. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Austin. They lead by 13. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And taking a look at Austin's performance here, guys. What have they been doing, or what haven't they been doing?
Smooth sailing from an offensive standpoint thus far.
No other way to put it, Greg. They've made it really look easy so far.
Chris Middleton is out there with Wall. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Mutombo in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, Mills out there with Martin. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Griffin. The 3 from George. And it's Griffin with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And finished off by Martin.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. George dishes to Middleton. Good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And Mills kicks to Embiid. And he dunks it down.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
Goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender. And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony
Oh,
out of
my
UNLV. No
goodness.
doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Faried the pass to Wall. Mutombo.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Martin goes in. Bank shot, no good. Austin leading by 16. He lobs it up. And stolen by Hibbert. Mills, that's a two-pointer. It's John Wall with the rebound.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Here's Mutombo. Wall dishes to George. Here's Mutombo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. And a missed layup.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
And Fareed sends it back. And ball gets to George. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And finished off by Martin.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Middleton, covered by Mills. No one near Wall as he lets it go. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Martin for three. And Kenneth Fareed pulls it down. Middleton the pass to Wall. George with no one around. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 9.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Austin leading by 21. Fareed moves in. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Wall dishes to Mutombo. Austin moving it around. Griffin with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Wallace. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match. Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Outside, Green. Stolen. Feeds it to McKee. Shot from 12. And Austin calls their first timeout of the game.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Well, how about John Wall in this one? He has 12 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
They've got Chris Middleton. Kenneth Faried is out there with Paul George. And it's Wall. And it's Mutombo. And it's the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
And he says, right. It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. We've got Boston and Philadelphia.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so off the tip, it's Boston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Jones is out there with Chandler. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Rose. And it's George in the small forward position.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Philadelphia with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Mills. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Here's Mills, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Philadelphia shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He hits the second from the line. On defense, Philadelphia. And George, here we go. And Embiid with the block. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Rose. Kicks to Griffin. Right side, Martin. Back to Griffin. Clock at 6. There's the dish to Mills. The tray. And Boston with the rebound.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Rose. Pass to George. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Paul George. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. DeRozan against Martin. And Mills kicks to Embiid. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Martin with the bucket.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
DeRozan with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Out to DeRozan. Fires for 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger. How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And then for Boston. Jabari Parker's checked in for Terrence Jones. Kukoc comes in for George. And Daniels subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Here's Kukoc. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. That's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's Rose. Rebounded by McKee. And now Philadelphia on the break.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Boston.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's Daniels.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength, just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt. The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Rose against McKee. Rose goes in. And it's sent back by Bogut. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Boston leads by 12. And we'll be back with you right after this. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
On the floor for Boston, Terrence Jones out there with Paul George. Then there's Bradley. Then it's Jared Sullinger. And it's DeRozan in at the 2. Here's Mills. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Philadelphia trails by 13. Martin from outside, and Jones pulls it down.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches.
That jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Some changes for Boston. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Kukoc comes in for Jones. And it's Rose in for Avery Bradley. It's deflected. And he recovers it. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Embiid with the steal. And now Philadelphia. Oh, jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
George. His shot is off. Griffin with some nice D.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Kevin Martin.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Three-pointer, Kukoc. And he gets it to go. Kukoc has got 11 points.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Griffin's shot is off. Boston leading by 13. George dishes to Chandler. Right side, George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here's Mills. They get it again. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
So both teams making some changes here. Crawford, no one around him. Offline with his three.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's McKee. 6 points for him. And it's Miller penetrating. Nice D from Chandler.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
That's tipped. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. Barbosa gets the bucket.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Feeds to Bogut. Passes it to Hibbert. Miller. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Chandler, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to
That'll do it for the first half. Boston on top. They lead by 12. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Well, Tony Kukoc in this one, he has 11 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? Tony Kukoc, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Embiid is out there with Griffin. Then there's Martin. Then it's Mills. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Daniels. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia trails by 16. Wilkes. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
But they'll get another chance. Over to the wing. Here's Wilkes. And he dunks it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Mills with the steal. Here's Martin. And Boston with the rebound. And they're moving it up. Here's Crawford. Here's Daniels. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. For Boston, they have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he sinks the second. Philadelphia trails by 15. Here's Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Oh, and the jam by Rose.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Boston making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Sullinger passes to Jones. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from him.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Down low. Here's Sullinger. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Here's Gibson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's on Jared Sullinger. Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Joel Embiid. Quincy Miller comes in for Gerald Wallace. And it's McKee in for Patty Mills. Here's Sullinger. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Bogut's checked in. Good D by Sullinger. Boston leading by 18. And George kicks to Jones.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Miller.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Powell.
2 shots.
Both free throws good for Miller. And so it's Boston with it. Here's Sullinger. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Yes.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
It's stolen by Jones. And oh, here we go, DeRozan. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. It's New York and Philadelphia.
Here we go.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. So the New York starting 5. We've got Green. Anthony is up there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Villar in at the 5, down low.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
And that one comes up a bit short.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And Embiid throws it down.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that on just tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Embiid. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Embiid's got 6.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Dishes it to Bosh. The 3 from Anthony. Good, and it's Bosh picking up the assist. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Great pass by Bosh there.
Mills can't hit. Here's Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy. And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Back to Anthony. And there's the foul against Philadelphia. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Butler kicks to Anthony. Pass to Bosch. The kick outside to Butler. The good-looking shot from the wing. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. No good on that one.
Mills taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. On defense, Philadelphia. They trail by 3. Anthony, the pass to Butler. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Steamsma checked in for New York. They get it again. And stolen by Butler. Goes up. Oh! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Here's New York. They're on an 11-3 run right now. The pass to Carmelo. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities. Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Butler from outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Barbosa dishes to Bogut. From deep. Barbosa's shot is off. New York leading by 6. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. And again, New York with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Barbosa. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. There's 47 seconds left during the opening quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. New York shooting their second and third free throws tonight. He misses the free throw. A different look for New York. Damian Inglis has checked in for Bosch. Vujacic comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Grant in for Carmelo Anthony. Philadelphia trails by 7. And finished off by Bogut.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Vujacic. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. This is his first free throw of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
For Philadelphia, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And good on the second, so he makes them both. New York leading by 5. Grant kicks to Jefferson. The three-pointer, no good. Miller inside, covered by Vujicic. Shots good by Miller.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Vujicic's shot is off. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. New York ahead, up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for New York?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Hill's out there with Martin. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Roy Hibbert. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Unloads from 13. Here's Hunter. No good from outside.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. And that's how the coach...
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And the 3 off target. And now Philadelphia on the break. That ties it up. Wilt has got 6 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Inglis. The layup off target. Here's Philadelphia. Here's Mills. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
From 12 feet out. And too long on the shot.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Vujicic kicks to Hunter. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Vujicic. Bangs home the trifecta. Vujicic has got 5 points so far.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Outside Griffin. Stolen by Bosch. The 3 from Anthony. And again, New York with the triple.
That's how you extend the lead. I mean, they have tremendous confidence going for them right now. And that confidence is leading to some excellent shooting.
.152 left in the second quarter. Taken away by Anthony. And slam dunk by Butler.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the wide open shot from Green. And again, New York with the triple.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Anthony, the pass to Bosch. Right side, Butler. And they double up Butler. Green dishes to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And New York making a change here. Farmar's checked in. Philadelphia trails by 9. It's stolen by Green. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Anthony from the arc. Offensive rebound. Butler kicks to Anthony. Over in the corner, Green. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Tries to keep it alive. McKee for the triple. No good. And that does it for the first half of play. New York leads by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Some fantastic numbers for Butler. He's got 13 points and 1 steal as well. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
And Clark, I just love the supreme focus with which he's playing.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Jefferson. Vujicic is out there with Grant. Then there's Greg Steemsma, and it's Inglis in at the 4-man position. Steemsma pass to Jefferson. Clock at 6. And he gets it to go.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now. Up high and down hard with the one-hand.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
New York leading by 10. Anthony kicks to Butler. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 16 points for Butler.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. No good off the front iron.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
It's blocked. It's deflected to the inside. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Mills. And that's now 8 points for Joel Embiid. Butler with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. Outside Bosch. Passes it to Billar. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. He has 5.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And Philadelphia making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Philadelphia trails by 14. And finished off by Martin.
Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
Here's New York. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And that one's good. 18 points for Jimmy Butler.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hand.
Anthony dishes to Bosch. Five on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Hunter's checked in for New York. Philadelphia trails by 12. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Out of bounds. New York team ball.
It's Anthony with the drive. And it's sent back by Bogut. Oh, and here we go now with Miller. Nobody back. Barbosa's shot is off.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Stolen away. And there's the foul. It goes on Quincy Miller. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The wide open look here for Bosch. And a great assist by Farmar as that one goes in.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
It's stolen by McKee. Jumps.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Here's Hunter. Misses the 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Here's Farmar. New York, no good that time either. Philadelphia trails by 11. And Gibson, here we go. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Powell, he's jacked in for Philadelphia. Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
At the line.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. Here's Jefferson. He has 6. The shot is off.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut it.
And that's it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the 4th. New York ahead, up 6. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Griffin. Mills out there with Martin. Then it's Joel Embiid.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Chris Bosh is checked in for Jefferson. Butler comes in for Sasha Vujicic. And it's Green in for Grant. Griffin. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Chris Bosh. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Butler passes to Anthony. Inside Leaner. And it's in off the backboard.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. The feed to Bosh. Outside, Green. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Been a solid outing for Embiid. He has 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And Embiid drops them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
The drive by Green. New York, no good that time either.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And, you know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Martin attacking. And Butler sends it back. To the middle.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
New York leading by 4. And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Butler against Martin. Here's Butler.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Back to Griffin. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Joel Embiid.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And Mills kicks to Bogut. Unloads from 13. Again, Philadelphia.
Perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
18 feet out. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
And it's Martin missing.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And he gets it to go.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Here's Wilkes. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. New York leading by 5. From deep, Green. The offensive rebound. Butler dishes to Carmelo. And Green now, top of the key. Fires the 3. And another 3 from Butler. And New York leads by 8.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Griffin just having a terrific game. He has 8 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Mills passes to Griffin. Nice D from Bosch. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're losing by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, time a huge factor right now. They've got to get points and then the foul.
Yeah, it has to be quick because every tick is critical.
There's the pick. Martin from outside. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. And Philadelphia calls time here. They're behind by 6. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
3 from the inbound. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. It's Dallas and Philadelphia. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Down low. Towns with the steal. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Rodgers. Towns is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Lillard in the point. And it's Martin penetrating. Count the bucket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
A good finish at the rack off the slip feed. Martin's got his second basket of the game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the basket by Lillard.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
And stolen by Patterson. Here's Butler. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And the basket by Lillard.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
In a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here's Lillard. Fires from the wing. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Patterson. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Butler's got 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Towns. To the inside. Griffin with the steal. To the middle. Here's Wilkes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And Griffin, here we go. Misses from close range. Three-pointer, Butler. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Pass to Rodgers. Plenty of space. And Dallas again with the bucket. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. A different look for Dallas. Here's Jackson. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the first. Elbow shot is on the way. The rebound by Gibson.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Barbosa's shot is off. Dallas leading by 5. Here's Jackson. Dallas no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Gibson kicks to Miller. Back to Gibson. Miller outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
McKee against Jackson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Glenn Big Baby Davis. For Philadelphia, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That one is off.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jackson up top. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Dallas, they're up by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Damian Lillard. Rogers is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Towns, and it's Butler in the 2-guard. Philadelphia trails by 6. Martin, the pass to Mills.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that
one. Outside, Martin. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down the shot like that against that kind of defense.
And it's Lillard again missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Shoots. That doesn't go either for Butler. And there's the feed to Mills. Here's Martin. Banked in off the glass. Martin's got 6.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Lillard. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
It's rebounded by Towns.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. A different look for Dallas. Joel Freeland, he's checked in for Patterson. Gordon comes in for Rogers. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Lillard. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Picked by Griffin. Butler with the steal.
He was on that pass in the flash, read it, reacted, and then picked it up.
And the dunk by Towns. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Mills dishes to Powell. Count that one.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
13 feet away. And that one comes up a bit short.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Griffin goes in, and Embiid throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Dallas calls timeout. Some changes for Philadelphia. Miller's checked in for Griffin. Barbosa comes in, and it's McKee in for Patty Mills. And then for Dallas, Tobias Harris is checked in for Towns. Gerald Green comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Jackson in for Pablo Prigioni. The 19-foot shot hits the front of the rim and out. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Philadelphia.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Philadelphia trails by 5. And McKee kicks to Miller. Back to McKee. Pulls it up. Offensive rebound. Picked away. Goes up the baseline. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Jackson. And Dallas leads by 7.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Now here's Barbosa. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
All free throws good from Eric Gordon.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Bogut.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. That's a 2 from Martin. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Dallas leads by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Really an extraordinary game for Butler. He's got 11 points and a steal. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
They've got Griffin. Mills out there with Martin. Then there's Embiid. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Martin. And that time, also a missed shot.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Dallas leading by 10. Here's Wilkes. Rebound by Butler.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
For the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Miller's checked in for Philadelphia. Barbosa comes in for Kevin Martin. Now here's Barbosa. And here's Mills for 3. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Rodgers. Green comes in for Butler. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Damian Lillard. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range. Here's Griffin. And the 5 called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Powell, he's checked in for Patty Mills. To the paint. Here's Towns. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Griffin kicks to Hibbert. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Wallace is checked in for Blake Griffin. And then for Dallas, Joel Freeland, he's checked in for Towns. Gordon comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Jackson in for Pablo Prigioni. Dallas leading by 10. Got that one up quick.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Some changes for Philadelphia. Andrew Bogut checked in for Wallace. And it's McKee in for Leandro Barbosa. And Dallas also making a switch. Glenn Davis is checked in for Joel Freeland. Jackson misses. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Those are two very different sounds in the NBA. A dunk and a clang of the back of the rim. He's got to straighten those out.
And there's the foul. It goes on Quincy Miller. That's his first foul. Taj Gibson's checked in for Philadelphia. And Dallas with a change here too. Evans is checked in for Eric Gordon. Now here is Harris. This is the most they've led by, 13 points.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
A different look for Dallas. Rogers comes in for Harris. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Gerald Green. And finished off by Martin.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
And that one's good by Butler.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and hitting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Martin with the bucket.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And it's Butler missing. Philadelphia trails by 14. The 11-footer. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Gibson. And 12 points for Kevin Martin.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Here's Wilkes. He gets it up. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Philadelphia with the ball. A 12-point game. On the floor for Dallas. Rogers is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Towns in at the 5 roaming the paint. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And Butler, here we go. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. And they clearly are just destroying.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thank you, Doris. Philadelphia trails by 12. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Here's Lillard. The pass to Butler. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Dallas, no good that time either. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Second chance shot. Here's Wilkes. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. First one falls for him.
At the line, Jamal Wilkes.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Dallas leading by 8. And here they go. And Rodney Rogers with the slam.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
Lillard attacking. Mills with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And stolen by Patterson. Lillard with no one around. Towns kicks to Lillard. Three-pointer. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. And it's Lillard again missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Bogut's checked in.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Lillard with it. He's against Martin. That's good. And that's 18 points for Lillard.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance. for Dallas.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, he'd get a good look at the basket, and they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jimmy Butler. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And McKee gets it to go. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Barbosa with the steal. And McKee gets it to go.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Oh, jam! I mean, just beautiful. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was
special. Goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?